As the observer enters the walkway of the church, the initial visual is the stunning bell tower. While reading several articles, this tower has brought recognition to the church from Ripley's Believe It or Not because of its interesting structure and odd placement. While reading an article from the Saturday Evening Post in 1948, I found a common thread to the architectural story of St. Elizabeth's. Hello, I stand in front of you today to admire and remark upon the unique presence and architectural elements of St. Elizabeth's Church located in Eureka Springs. Initially, the average observer might miss the regal and commanding existence as the enormous Crescent Hotel structurally overshadows, which is a curved bowl. Down to the right-hand side of the church, a sculpture garden marking out 14 stations of the cross takes advantage of this typography. Art fans will deeply enjoy the Stations of the Cross. They are done in Italian marble by a number of noted sculptors. Extremely lifelike, they have been added in stages over the years, with the newest being less than 25 years old. The stations are absolutely spectacular. Created by Cecchi Marat from 1953 to 1958, highly portraying the absolutely spectacular classical Greece with an incorporation of the emotional period from the High Renaissance, with the weight, intense drapery, and gravity that pulls Christ. The exquisite 14 Stations of the Cross, fantastically created with pure Italian marble, epitomize it. These stations are modeled off the Saint Hagia Sophia, famous from the Justinian period. Because of the church and its multiple references, my plan is to examine portions of the chapel and attribute them to the appropriate art historical period. As you move within, the church portrays a much more surreal and holy experience. The stained glass within, very similar to that of the Gothic period, has heavy symbolism and adds significantly to the overall appeal of the church. As shown above, the dome allows enough height for the significant chandelier. This drum reminds the observer of a portrait by Raphael titled The Betrothal of the Virgin. Another portion of this church that was essential to its inviting presence is an outdoor botanical area outside of the front. This concept was present within Islamic architecture, such as the Court of the Lions, and included the raised gardens and intricate waterway. I chose this piece for my project because I believe it deserves some recognition and could be easily looked over because of the vast crescent shadowing over the chapel. I was impressed with the variety of historical and cultural architectural elements found in St. Elizabeth's. However, the skillful incorporation does not distract the viewer and creates a very interesting piece. Any visitor will truly feel a sense of peace when visiting St. Elizabeth's because of a fluid, ever-altering piece of artwork. It is excluded from religious realm in many ways. For instance, there are portions of this chapel that invoke a sensation of nature and humanism that does not limit the perspective of the church.